Hey, fans, this is Todd. I know you're thinking, why is he doing a Star Wars one? He's not a Star Wars guy, he's a He Man guy. Oh, but let me tell you a little secret here. Hey, Jeff, thanks for joining us. So, when I was a kid, like most of you, I seen the movie Star Wars, loved it, saw Empire Strikes Back. Oh man, loved it even more. And I started getting Star Wars action figures, and they were one of my first loves. Was my Star Wars action figures. I remember one Easter I got a Luke Skywalker like this and a C-3PO, both the same year. My Easter basket. It was so cool. And of course I had an R2D2 and all the other 3 1/4 inch figures. They were all amazing. I never got a Boba Fett. I did have a Darth Vader though. Now of course this is not Boba Fett. That is Django. Oh, I can't say his name now. Anyway, and so I was looking at this figure on Amazon, and I'm like, even though I'm not a fan of the Ewoks, this figure looks really cool. I mean, I love the way they made her face. I mean, she's got a really nice face. I love her braided hair. It's really cool. I like the clothes she's wearing. And I was thinking this could probably fit into a He-Man village person. Just an average extra, and it's like, that's kind of cool. So it serves two purposes. So anyway, I picked this up. It's really cheap on Amazon right now. That's why I grabbed it. In fact, there's a link in the description if you want to pick one up too. But I'm definitely probably going to use her head for a custom if I don't use her as a Star Wars person. So here is something really long. It says, they're different languages. After a battle with the Imperial Scout troopers, Leia encountered a strange furry being, an Ewok. He took her to his village, where she remained until she and Han led a ground assault on the Imperial shield generator. Bum, 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 bum. There you go. You can pause it and look at it. Okay. Hey, Master Far. Hey, Godzilla. Thanks for joining me. So, now, I shouldn't be surprised this figure's so short because this figure's so short and it's the same character, but we'll see how she looks stacked up against some other figures in different lines. So, for right now, let's go ahead and open her up and see what she looks like out of the box. Out of the box. All right, let's get this thing open. It's funny, I had that song stuck in my head. That one, you may ask yourself, and same as it ever was, is that my beautiful wife? And I was thinking that too. About this figure. You may ask yourself, why does Hebrew have a Star Wars figure? Wow. All right, now one thing I do like is her cool little feet. I was hoping to use those feet with my figure that's missing a foot, but now that I'm looking at them, they are way too small. Let me go grab my figure that doesn't have the right foot. You guys can look at her for a second. There we go. So I got this really cool figure that I just really like a whole lot. And when I got her, she had 2 left feet that had the sandals on them. And so I just used the bare feet for right now. I did end up buying more versions of her, but I haven't opened them yet, just so I could have the feet, because I really wanted this Bernice really, really bad. And I have a whole video on the quest for Bernice. Anyway, wow, she's almost as tall as her. I guess not, she's still an extra inch on there. But let's put her back here, because her feet are not going to fit. So let's look at her accessories first. Now, I got to admit, the Black Series is pretty cool. It's like, for me, the greatest Star Wars line, besides the 3 1/4 that I used to love as a kid, but that's because I have nostalgia for the old line. But when I see pictures of the old line online, it just cracks me up because it looks so much cooler when I was a kid. She comes with a spear. Woo, spear. She comes with her signature gun. Dun 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 dun. And that's all the accessories we get. So there she is. There she is. And of course, like every young lad, we all had a crush on Princess Leia. She was the only female figure we had as a toy line. I mean, I used to have Micronauts, and before I had He-Man, before He-Man existed, I had my Micronauts and my Star Wars figures, and of course, just one Princess Leia for every single guy I had. Han Solo and Chewbacca and all the rest. And so it was kind of funny. She was like the Smurfette of Star Wars. I'm the Smurfette of Star Wars. Woo! Anyway, so there she is. Let's see. Jeff says I like her hair. Her hair is actually pretty cool. Now it's funny, you hear about all these new movies and stuff where people are saying it's finally time for a strong woman. I think she was pretty strong in her own right. I mean, right from the get-go of Star Wars, when she makes that comment, aren't you short for a trooper, and, you know, blasts the thing to jump into the garbage compactor and all kinds of other stunts she does. I think she played off a very strong female character, and I think way back in the 70s, it was like they did a great job capturing that. So let's talk about articulation. We have ankle articulation. Let me zoom this up a little bit. Ankle articulation, and it rolls too. And then we have single jointed knees. And then we have hip movement up there. And then her waist turns and kind of rocks too. No upper crunch. She has shoulder movement, single jointed elbow. And then her wrist moves too, up and down, but not back and forth. You can rotate it this way, though. She can shoot like a gangster. Oh! I think that's so funny. You see in those movies they hold a gun like that. It's like, that is not a very strong way to hold that. Anyway, then her head moves. Her hair is taking up a lot of space to move very easily, though. Let's see how easy her head comes off. Not very easily. I have to use some hot water. I don't have any hot water here. But, of course, I want to use that head for other figures. So let's go ahead and pull out another female figure. Teela. And you can see her head is a little bit smaller, but not astronomically smaller. So I'm thinking you could probably swap that and stick it onto an Origins body without too much hassle. Now, she could be a shorter person in the Eternia world, because there are people that happen to be shorter. They're not all the same height, and Teela's supposed to be tall. So I think that could work pretty well. What's funny is you can see how much taller she is than Darth Vader, and this is from the same series. So being that Darth Vader's this tall, she could easily be that short next to... Holy cow. Let's see the height difference. I'm surprised Darth Vader's that tall. That's crazy. Let's take a look next to Luke. And see, now we got one happy family here. Father, son, and the daughter. Let's look at her next to the other Princess Leia. Yep, she's the right height. She's the same height, which of course I was hoping she would be. Makes the most sense. Now, I did see the Slave Leia, and of course I think they changed the name now. I forgot what they call her now. And she looks horrible, because they got all these weird joint elbow pieces on her bare skin. It just looks like she's malformed, because her arms are bare, and they didn't do a very good job hiding the articulation. On her, they did a pretty good job hiding the articulation on the knees, which is funny because her legs aren't bare anyway. So I got a question for you guys. Let's see what he says here. Nomsky says, look, Luke, like a wax figure compared to the new facial printing. Yes, definitely. Look at Luke's eyes, too. Look at this. I mean, oh, my light died. Time for a new light. One that works like it should. Whoa! Can't even see his face at all. I need some background that's not so dark. We'll put him against... Okay. Where is my papers? I gotta put a sky in the background here so that Luke won't bleed out with the white light. There we go. Now we can see him better. Look at these eyes. They just look crazy weird. It's got one eye almost shut. Yep. The new paint does look a whole lot better. It's kind of funny. She looks almost like that new intern I have. That's weird. Even look at the difference here. And I thought this one looked really good. Crazy. All right. So twist the waist. Nice. And oh, here's my question for you. Okay. What's Todd planning to do with that Leia? Well, I'm not sure totally. I haven't figured out exactly what I want to do. I definitely like her head a lot. Well, I probably am going to put it on a different figure eventually, but I don't know. Because I kind of like the whole aesthetic look. But, okay, so we see in the Ewoks we're going to cook Han Solo and Luke Skywalker and stuff. And then, of course, C-3PO then gets floated up with the Force. And then, of course, the Ewoks think he's some kind of goldenrod god of some crazy thing or whatever. Some kind of deity, you know. Woo! Floating in the chair, whatever it was. Anyway, so afterwards, the Ewoks dress her in these clothes. Where do the Ewoks get these clothes? Is it from other people they've eaten already? What? It's like, thanks for the clothes. I'm surprised you have women's clothes that fit me just right and no women around. I'm guessing you must have already eaten them. Which is kind of weird. These little cute teddy bear creatures eat humans and they just make nothing of it. They kind of make light of it, you know. Don't even kind of mention it. But so we got these cannibalistic teddy bears. Teddy Ruxpin. I mean, if you think about it, it could be a horror film. And we've seen toys come to life before where they attack people, like Chucky and things like that. And they got that new one too, that doll that Super 7 is selling. No, Mondo's selling, I think. Yeah. But creepy. The teddy bears attack. Yes. Anyway, I think they did a really good job with this figure. I can't believe she's so inexpensive on Amazon. I wish, of course, like always, that she was bigger so she'd fit in with my classics. I don't even have a classic sitting out here. Whoa! Knocking my lights. Oh, where is one? Well, I got this figure, but he's missing his hat right now. But, of course, she'd be like a little kid next to a classics figure. There's Adora. Adora! But again, what's interesting is the Star Wars Black is supposed to be a 6-inch line. And these figures are supposed to be between 6.5 inches approximately. So it's supposed to only be like a half-inch bigger. And it's just funny how much bigger they are than Star Wars Black. Because also they have loads of muscle. I mean, even Darth Vader is supposed to be, what, 7 feet or something? I don't know. But big. And he just bare. That's why I have to remake them into He-Man figures. Let's take a look at this Marvel figure and compare. Now these Marvel figures are also a 6-inch line, so you can see she's pretty comparable. But again, she's short for a Marvel figure too. There we go. Here's Marvel Legends. But I think Marvel Legends are supposed to be taller figures to begin with anyway. All right, let me look at your guys' comments, and then you will get into it. Jeff says it's a cool figure. Ewoks had clothes, Todd. They did, but not clothes that would fit Princess Leia. They were small. So to find clothes that would fit her and go all the way down to her mid-calf right there, or mid-shin, they must have eaten somebody that size. Ooh. So, just my thoughts. That's why the Ewoks never bother me. I knew they were little cannibal monsters. Nice. Let's see. The wisest winged Godzilla. Okay. Grasp Skeletor in the back and compare him with her. Okay. Let's see. Skeletor. Dun 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 dun. I still haven't found his. There you go. So she fits in pretty good at the origins. All right. Let's see. What else do you guys got? Oh, Godzilla says he is here. All right. Anyway, that's pretty much all that I got. I know it's not a lot. And I could see it. I'm a lot of Star Wars fans on here because only 5 people were watching. They're like, oh, a stupid Star Wars video. Yeah. Yeah. I know. This is a pretty cool R2-D2. But I don't think he's part of the Black Series. I do have the one from the Black Series too. I have no clue what I'm going to do with her yet. She just looked cool, so I had to get her, and she was on sale. So if you guys want to get her on sale too, act fast. There's probably not a lot left. Jennifer! There we go. Now she's standing. Oh! Blast, blam, blam, blam. Or pew, 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 pew. See, Skeletor has his hand out and it's getting ready to do the backhand move. Oh, it's a robot. Kick the can. There we go. Oh my. Skeletor's on a rampage. But it's okay. Bernice has this covered. Dun 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 dun. Oh. Oh. Bernice is tough. She's growing up in oh, what do you call it? Oh man, it's been a long day. She grew up fighting in those arenas. There you go. It's called something else. I can't think of what it's called now. But yep, Skeletor's gone. She took him out. Oh, oh. Skeletor's gonna get canceled. Carrie was very short. That is true. Being they based it off of Carrie Fisher, I imagine they would have to keep her the right size. So, all right. And on my phone, I'm going to ask how tall is Carrie Fisher. Look at that, spear against spear. Who's going to win? The new Disney princess? Or some new custom character that was made by Xerxes Studio. She does have a gun. I mean, it does kind of give her an advantage. She can have a long-range weapon. Kind of like Indiana Jones in that one scene where they're getting ready to fight and he just pulls the gun out and shoots the guy. All right. Amazon girl, go. Coliseum. Thank you. Gnomsky, you rock. Where is Thunder Kick Tila? She is right under Prince Adam here. Ha! Thunder, 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 Thunder Kick Tila! Now, someone the other day, they made a Thunder Kick Evil Lyn, and they used the Evil Lyn that is the Grayskull infused one and stuck Origin's legs on it. Look pretty cool. Ha, ha, ha. Oh. Oh, you're not taking Bernice down that fast. Oh. Where's my flight stand? There it is. Oh. Oh, she dodges the kick. Flight stand's more in the way. You can't beat Thunder Kick, Tila. You're too slow, Tila. I shall use the Force. Brrr. Where's my daughter? I can't believe you took my daughter out. All right. That was fun. 5-1. Juan Solo, thanks for looking that up. Carrie Fisher was 5'1". So in a 6-inch line, should be 5 inches tall. So let me go grab a ruler and measure her and see how tall she is. Why is her head loose? I guess it's her waist that's loose. I kept seeing her head shake, but I guess maybe her head is a little loose on there. All right, time to go grab a ruler and see. You guys can look at how cool she is while I'm gone. I'll be back. So in a 6-inch line, she should be 5.1 inches if she's 5'1" in real life. So I happen to have my calipers here, 6-inch calipers. So this should work. Let's put it on inches and let's set it to 5.1. I don't have my screw to tighten it down. Let's go ahead and stick her in there. Wow, that's pretty close. She's just a little bit taller, but her hair's sticking up too because it's hard plastic. All right. When I look up Mark Hamill, how tall he was. Let's just see. According to this, he'd be like around 5'8" for Mark Hamill. That's cool. Thunder Kick Tila. Oh, I don't know why. I just made this on the spur of the moment one time, and it's just funny. So I just left her. Ugh. Ugh. All right. Anybody looking up how tall Mark Hamill was? Or is? Balance, Tila, balance. I shouldn't have the force to help her balance. Alright. Oh. Almost got it. Almost got it. $5.9. Well, that's pretty close. I was thinking it's a little over 5'8", so there you go. And his hair's flatter. Urgh. Ah, there we go. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. I can see it. Nothing compares to the power of the Force. Oh! Except Thunder Kick Tila. Da da da. Oh, there you go. 5'8" is right where he was at. That's funny. He must have grew, huh? That is hilarious. So if you got the newer Luke from the newer movies, he'd be a little taller. All right. It's time to wrap this up. Thanks for joining me in my mess of figures all over the place. Here is the figure. Again, links in the description. Check it out. And I'm glad you guys sent me that thing. Someone else said Marcus 5'7". All right, let's just measure it one more time and just see how the figure matches. Make sure it zeroes out. And the figure from heel to head is 5.79. So, or 5.77. So just a little under 5'8". So I was a little wrong the first time I measured it. So there we go. So cool. Ford is 6'1". I don't have a Han Solo figure. I need to get a Han Solo figure. I need to find a good one that I like. I like the classic look from Star Wars that he had, but the Hoth one's pretty cool too. Non-Thunder Kick Tila. It's so funny trying to balance these. I remember just sitting there as a kid, just trying to balance it, getting the figure just right. Sometimes you have to put their arm out to get the balance just right. Ta-da! All right, that is it. Thanks for joining me. Thank you so much, Juan Solo, for all the cool facts, and Gnomesky for the facts. Nice to have all those. So that's cool when you guys can look the stuff up while I'm doing the video like this. Man, Bernice is such a cool figure. I remember trying to find her for so long. It's weird. Watch this. Her hair comes off. It's so weird. I couldn't figure it out at first. And then, there it is. And it's so her helmet can go on her head. So you pull off this extra hair. So then she has helmet hair. And you can put that back on. I remember trying to stuff her helmet on over her hair, and someone in the video was like, pull her hair off. What? Pull her hair off? I killed 2 Han Solos for customs. Oh. Well, Han Solo, post the pictures in Lounge Grayskull. I know Lounge Grayskull is not usually for Star Wars stuff, but we are fans of a lot of stuff, so it's okay. And you think about it, when they first made He-Man figures, they were made to be played with all other lines at the same time. That was just one of the weird things that they thought about when they were making the He-Man figures. So mix those Star Wars figures. And I remember being a kid thinking it was so funny as I had Micronauts, Star Wars figures, and He-Man. And the He-Man were like the big giant titans that were coming down. All the Masters of the Universe figures compared to everybody else. Alright, I am tired. It's time to go. Sorry, sold them. Don't have any pictures. What? No pictures even? Alright, until next time, good journey, you guys. Bye now.